Is it working? Is it working? It's working now? Okay, now let me, how about now? Can you hear me now? Okay, I don't know what's going on. I just messed around with, apparently there's a loose wire or something inside the microphone boom, which sucks because this is a new headset. Okay, well, as long as you guys can hear me now, we can get back at this. So we were just taking a look at the beginning to see where things were at. The last episode. Okay, thanks, Dave. All right, so let's go ahead and put our helper back in here, get him started again. Now, the last episode ended abruptly. Wi-Fi went out, and right after the Wi-Fi went out, I got a thing on my cell phone from the National Weather Service for tornado warnings. And we had like a lot of storming that night. A lot of storms last night. It's supposed to storm again tonight. So far, it is not raining. So we'll see how things go. Now it looks like we've got one more trip around this field. And then I just want to go, I'm going to go check the other field just to make sure that we actually did get it finished, get it planted. I think we did. And we should have sorghum in our other field. And that's a chicken food. Now we will be planting canola in our big field. Now, do you guys like jumping back and forth between two different maps, or do you like staying on the same map? We will be doing sunflowers. I'll show you here in just a minute what we're going to be doing, Monty. Let's get this field finished. Now, as soon as we finish over here, then we will, I want to go over to that other field right over there and just check, make sure. Nice. Now I just want to check this right here and just make sure we got it planted. Yep, okay, we're good to go. I just wanted to double check. Because we checked it on the map and it said that it was growing, but it said that for the other field that wasn't finished also, so I just wanted to double check. Alright, we're good to go. We'll go park this tractor. Whoa, whoops. Whoa, got a little bit crazy. All right, now let's go. Whoops. Let's go back over here. So we are going to be doing sunflowers over here, but first we got to have we have to have one rotation of soybeans. So we got them going. So the next time we will be planting sunflowers in this field, but we're always going to start with the cash crop. And we'll be planting canola. So we already got our tractor over here. We got our seeder. So we're ready to start planting. Well, it's a long rotation to get back to the proper piece of equipment. It won't take this guy too much longer to get finished either. I am hoping the yield will fill, well, yeah, we need 96,000 liters. We need 96,000 liters of sunflowers. Let's see, where's sunflowers? Sunflowers. And sunflowers, yeah, see, it will also hold 96,000 liters. So we'll see. I hope we can get that much. We did not get that much in soybeans. So I don't know, but it won't be too much longer. We'll find out. I'm hoping this field produces more than 96,000 liters of canola also. That was the whole point of getting our trailer silos for up here. The whole hope is that we make more than what we need. If we have to, we will use those fields over there to make up the difference. We're going to use those fields anyway. In fact, I want to go see what's over here. I need to see, is there any reason I need to keep this road? Or can we plow this road up? I don't even know if I can plow it up once I buy this stuff. What's over here? It doesn't look like there's any particular reason why I would need to save that. What is back here? Well, there's other ways to get in here. Okay, that's fine. So if the game will allow us to plow up that road over there, we can plow up that road, make one big field right there also. So let's take a look at that for a second. What kind of money is involved in getting... That might be interesting. I know I'd like to have these over here too, but... Let's see, what kind of price do we have on these? $79,000 for that one back there. 66. See, we could buy all these. We have the money. And that lets me own the road. Yeah, it looks like we own the road. Now let's go back and look at what... We'll get back out and we'll go take a look at the road over there. The one you're talking about, Monty. We'll go take a look at it here in a minute between those two fields. I'm just going to let the tractor drive us back around there instead of me running over there. Because this thing should... Whoa. Hey, this guy's almost done, ain't he? Let's go this way. Thankfully, we're not going too far. We're just going right here. This is how I used to travel, guys. I used to run everywhere. I didn't use fast travel. I ran. Well, for most of it, I would run. Let's see if it looks like it's going to give us a problem down here. I believe we're going to be able to plow it up okay. Because it looked like when we buy this cotton field, it looked like we actually buy the road also. Let's go back and let's look at it. Yeah, see, it looks like... Yeah, I think we can work with this. And even if I have to, I'm okay with even leaving the road and having one field here and then making one bigger field out of these two. I'm okay with that also. What is that? It's too bad we can't use these things, isn't it? Alright, well... We'll see what happens. I may end up just leaving that road where it's at. I think I could probably plow it up. There's a little bit of elevation change, but it's not like real crazy. So I think we could work with it like it is. But I might just leave that road and we'll just make that side over there 2 fields. In fact, that might be the thing to do anyway. We might make this another canola field, connect these two right here and make it another sunflower field. That might be what we do. But we got to look and see what kind of yield we get. Yeah, that one side, it slopes up, but no drastic dips or anything like that. So I think we'd be okay. But I think what we'll do is, well, like I said, we're going to see what the yield is first. If we make enough off the big fields, then I don't need to worry about that on the other side of the road over there, and we can use those fields for something different. Yes, eventually we're going to have a great field, an olive field. So, okay, before I knew that my microphone was not working, I think it was before that because I never got a response from anybody. But do you guys like the idea of jumping back and forth between two maps? Or would y'all prefer to stay on the same map and just build that one map? Yeah, I don't like three maps. That's too much. I'm okay with two, going back and forth with the two. I'm okay with trying to build two farms. It just takes longer, that's all. Hey, this guy's going to end right down here where we want him to. That's awesome. Well, maybe not. He's got to go back up that side, but I don't know how far. Oh, no. I thought he was going to end right here. See how that field looks like it's done on the edge right there? But as that tractor's moving forward, it's painting out in front of it. That's why I thought down there at the other end that we were done. And then that line just kept moving. Now, cotton over there, I do not think that that cotton field would be worth harvesting the cotton. I don't know that we could get enough out of it. We'd have to have quite a bit of equipment too, because we'd have to lease the baler and the harvester, and then we'd have to have some way to transport the bales. So that might be a field we end up plowing. Okay, now we're going to plant canola. Now, technically, we would have had to grow two fields of soybeans in order to pay for that field. We did not get enough to pay for it off the first harvest, but because we did so good, when we actually harvested the sugar beets that I decided that we'd accept that as far as our loan payment. Let's see, this guy should start somewhere. Canola. Now, I did like in FS22 that I could put the helper wherever I wanted it to, and I could start it. It almost started right where I put it, didn't it? That's pretty good. It's a pretty good guess on my part. All right, now, this guy will do his thing, so let's look at contracts. What do we have as far as contracts are concerned? Here's a harvesting contract. What is it harvesting what? Where is that? Oh, that's right across from where it goes too, isn't it? Field 20. So that might be something we can look at. Plowing. Oh, here's a nice $3,000 for plowing. $5,000 for planting sorghum. Interesting. All right, so let's look at what do we have plowing. Field 55. Let's go do this contract while we're planting the big field. Because we've got everything else done. Let's just double check. We've got everything else done. And we still got to sleep for a couple of days before we have anything ready to go over here. So, and that's not ready. All right, so we can do contract. Let's do this plowing. We'll accept it. Field 15. Where is field 15? There we go. All right. So that's right by our own home farm. All right. So let's go get our plow. Where's our tractor with our plow? There it is. I might have to get up and turn my air conditioner on. It's getting kind of humid. I have the fan turned on, but... Oh, we just missed a barge. We can't ride it anyway, I tried. If we could ever get rid of some of this wind and rain, we've had so much wind and rain really all year. We have not had that many days without wind. Yeah, one of these days I will get me a drone video of making a field goal. Not me making a field goal, the drone making a field goal. Yeah, I could do like a low flying pass with the camera pointed down so we can see like that motion blur, although I really don't get that much speed on this particular drone. But Eugene, how are you doing, Eugene? All right, good. Good to hear it. Or good to read it, I should say. Yes, good morning. It is 12:38 in the morning where I live. Oh, nice. Oh, why is he going so slow? Alright. I need that yellow tractor, don't I? We need to buy a tractor. Yeah. Okay. Here's what we got to do. Let's get rid of that guy. Let's just back this up just like that. Disconnect. We're going to go swap out tractors. I'm going to bring that yellow tractor over here. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have my purple tractor down here on this end? No, I done took it back. You like the new John Deere's? I'm gonna have to go get my I gotta go get my purple tractor and bring it over here. This one's just not powerful enough. I really want this one to be dedicated for a fertilizer spreader, but not yet. But that's pretty much what this tractor will end up being, just dedicated for the fertilizer spreader. Actually, I saw something that said that there's going to be a Ford released in FS25. Yeah, I just saw something about Ford. I was going to go swap out with our tractor that's pulling the plow, but we'll just shoot over here and get the purple tractor. Get our Valtra. I believe their tractors in this game are blue. Let's go ahead and just attach this guy. I want to use this like this tractor with that fertilizer spreader, just as a permanent. But we need this tractor. Look at our front wheels. They're going backwards. Well, we are going to buy new tractors for the trailers, but I got to figure out what size of tractor I need. I was going to get small tractors, but I'm not sure if they'll be even powerful enough to pull one of those trailers if it has a lot of grain in it. I don't know. But I do want to get tractors for our 2 silo trailers. But we'll start with just one. That's actually the next tractor I want to buy is for down here. I was going to get a small tractor, but I think maybe I should get a medium. If I get a medium, I think this one was a medium. Now we should be able to work without difficulty. And that's not me, that's the helper. Alright, now see we're up to 10 miles an hour. This is why I think I need to buy a bigger tractor instead of a small tractor. Now let's see where we're at. Where's oops. Alright, why? Oh. Okay, we completed our task. Let's check our chickens. We're okay on food. Okay. I thought we might need to do something for them, but they're okay, so. They are making eggs. They make eggs. We sell them, remember? Yeah. They would spawn right here, but we're just selling behind the scenes. All right, so let's just ride along with this helper for a bit here so I can set this controller down. Oh, what's it doing? What's it doing? As soon as I say something about setting the controller down, then this guy starts doing something weird. Okay, now see, this is all of a sudden, it's not making much sense to me. He was going so good, too. Now he's going to come back over here. Oh, my goodness. I don't know what that little side trip right there was all about. Let's see. Let's look at maybe a medium-sized tractor. Yeah, like this one right there. It's 168,000. That might not be that might not be big enough. I better have a 3-point so I can buy a different weight. Yeah, that's 271 horsepower, so that would be good. Wheel setup. I really like these dual wheels. That would look really cool with those trailers too, with our silos. So let's just see what the total price would be. Reverse driving. No, I don't really need reverse driving, not for that particular. Roof setup. Yeah, we don't really need a roof setup. Not really. And a door. We don't really need a door on this side either. Let's see. We could put a second door, that way I can get in or out either side, so that's okay. Interior setup. Fuel tank setup. Plastic, stainless steel. I don't even know if we can actually see that. Front loader attacher. No, I don't need one. Main color is going to be purple. Rim color. So 239, and then I still have to buy the weight. But let's buy one. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy a tractor because we can actually use it. We got to buy a weight to go with it. So we're going to buy that. And now we need a weight. And I like, let's see, I'm looking for, which one is it? 700, 1000. See, I don't want to go too heavy. 1600. I don't know I need 1600. I think 1000 will be fine. Let's get the 1000 and we will get purple. Now they make one of these same weights that has lights on top of it. It's a mod. It has not come out yet. Once it does, I will upgrade to it. I'll sell this one and get one that has the lights on it just because they look cool. Okay, $2,900. So we're going to buy that because we need it. I better back up so I can see what I'm doing. Now I do normally get a few extra added features on these tractors, but just because we're basically just using this one, we're going to be using it for our silos, but we can use it for equipment down here too if we need to. We just needed extra power. So now we got to be careful with our spending until we make some more money. And then we'll do another tractor like this and we'll do it in yellow, so it yellow and brown so it matches our other trailer down there. Or actually we put it up there. So we'll get another tractor like this one that matches that up there, the colors. Yeah, it could pull a big plow. Here in just another couple of minutes, we should make a little bit of money because I think we make some money every hour. So we'll have to see right up here. Oh, let's see, plows, where are they? I still have trouble with these menus figuring out where stuff is because things got moved. So now I have to kind of look for them in a different place than what I used to have to look for them. Where's the plows? Did I pass it already? Yeah, there's plows. So this has a 28 meter or a 26 meter working width, and this has a 22 meter. I thought there was one that was bigger than that, but apparently not. So that's the biggest one, 87,000. I have this one right here, and I have it set to 9. I think I have the plow set to 9 meters. I think that's what I have our plow set to is 9. Because if you make them too big, depending on what you're doing, if you make the equipment too big, it doesn't look right. It's out of scale. Like if you had a big, massive field, then yeah, you might want to take something that's, 45, 50 meters wide and pull it down through that field. But these smaller fields, you get that great big huge equipment, it doesn't look right. I've tried it. Well, as everybody knows, I don't play in a totally realistic. Yeah, I don't have the rocks. You know why I don't have rocks turned on? Because you have to do it every time. It's not like you pick the rocks up and they're no longer in your field. They just keep coming back. So, and that is not realistic. So even though I don't play fully realistic, I do try to play somewhat realistically. It's like using mods that, for example, that had like the tool height adjustment mod that would allow the like for you to harvest at top speed and stuff like that. I actually had that in FS19 playing on No Man's Land, so I had 2 headers I had a base game header that I would use when I was manually harvesting, and then I used a modded header when I would going to put a helper in a harvester and let the helper use the modded header. Just because for me to try to harvest a field at 30 miles an hour just was not realistic. It didn't make sense to me. So I prefer to do things at the standard equipment pace and just use those kind of mods like when they're with helpers and stuff. I think I had that, but I didn't really use it. I did have that mod, the headers, but I didn't like them. I mean, for myself to use. I like using them with a helper, and they have that. We have, look here. If we use, well, actually, if we use this harvester, which is the one we have at our big field, this is our purple harvester, the one we just bought. So if we buy the header, if we look right here, where is not that header. Where's the other header at? Wait, let's do this. Oh yeah, here, headers. Right here. If you look right here, we can see there's a modded header. And this one right here, if we look at this one right here, see can you see the difference? This one works at 6 miles an hour, which is standard. And then this one will work at 15 miles an hour. So for me, I would use this one for myself, that one for a helper. Because it just doesn't look right with the equipment running that fast. So I use those modded, the speeded up stuff for or like really big equipment and stuff like that. But some stuff is okay. Like it just depends on how big of a field that you're working in. It has to look like it just has to fit. Or at least that's how I play. I mean, I know other people will use the biggest equipment as they can get, even in small fields and stuff, and that's okay. People can play any way they want to. I just like for it to look at least try to be a little bit realistic. That might be workable, but what I'm thinking, this is what I have in mind. We don't have to stay right on with that guy. Let's see where we at. Productions. All these productions are available on this map. So I would kind of like to leave greenhouses for calmlands because I would really, I mean, to be honest about it, I would like to be able to activate all of these. I don't know if we can do that or not, but I would like to. So that I can leave all the animal stuff. I can leave greenhouses, even beehives. really I can leave to calm lands. Other than a chicken coop, we did put in an extra chicken coop. But actually, greenhouses are going to be one of the next things that take place on calm lands because we got to get some residual income, background income. Well, I know we're definitely going to use greenhouses on calm lands because greenhouses are a good source of background residual income once you get them going. So we will be using those on calm lands. And Monty, we might very well use them here too because I could have them on both, yeah. We might use... Whoops, get out of there. We could possibly use like a space over here, like this field right over here. We could use a space like this for greenhouses. We could set this up with greenhouses right here. Yeah, because if we're going to put greenhouses, we're going to put enough to actually make it worth putting them. It doesn't do us any good to put like one. So I would want to at least, we could probably put 6 or 7 over here, maybe 6. We could use this whole field and put greenhouses over here. So let's see. All right, well, let this guy continue. Let's see. Let's look at greenhouses. They're probably in generators, aren't they? Greenhouses. Here we go. So let's just take a look at how big a greenhouse might be over here. I don't really know which one I would want, but they all kind of look the same. See, this requires manure. We don't have that at the moment. Let's see what else. Maybe we have something that doesn't. Yeah, here's one that just requires water. See, that's required. Here's one that's just water. These are mushrooms, which I like. This one just takes water. And it does a variety of things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different crops. Let's see how $54,000. Yeah, see, we could get a bunch of greenhouses. Let's see, we need to see, where's the, I was trying to look and see where the spawn, where they spawn at. Okay, that's one option. That one just runs on water. See, this one has to have like a weed killer. This one has to have all kinds of stuff. I'm trying to find one that all I need is water. See, that one, all I need is water. It does the same kind. Let's take a look at this one. This might be interesting. Because all it requires is water. Because we already have the water. We can get water pretty easily, so that's not going to be a problem. Yeah, I kind of like that first one. That's one I normally go with. See, this one takes water and something else. I don't even know what that other symbol is right there. This one will grow wheat and all kinds of stuff. See, these all require manure, and we just don't have that. So I think that one that we were looking at, what was it, 57,000? Let's see, which one is it? Now I forgot which one it was. Was it this one? Yeah. Yeah, this one. 54,000. So we can convert this field and we'll put greenhouses in it. Let's see. Yeah, 54,000. Now here's the problem. You can't line this stuff up. You can't line it up with the grid that's already existing on the map. Never have been able to do that. It doesn't line up. You can't line it up with that row. It just will not line up. Which is really sad that we can't do that. No matter what, it will not line up. And I don't understand that. But anyway, we can do that. We can turn this field, we can convert it. We'll put in as many greenhouses as we can get over here at $54,000 a pop. But that will help us because we can just have it distribute everything that we make. So if we have anything else that needs it, like tomatoes, for example, and lettuce and stuff like that, they can distribute to a restaurant or something like that. So we'll make money off of stuff. Yeah, 150,000 for three. 162,000, that's fine. Now they did have those $10,000 greenhouses and they only took water, but now they require water and manure. The $10,000 one. Let's see. Let's go back up to the map. Uh, it's too bad there's just nothing around like what we already own where we could put some greenhouses. We could put some right through here. I could get one or two over here probably. Maybe we can look at, whoops. This is going to be ready in 2 days. But we could get a greenhouse over here because there's a barn over here. So there is a little bit of land, but it's awful hard to figure out where because nothing's flat. So we'll see. But yeah, some greenhouses would be nice for some more residual income in the background. Wow, we got a fuel station right there. I don't know why, but I didn't remember that being there. Cakes. We can look and see what cakes would be. We can't look at it there. We can look at it here. The bakery. Cakes. So you have to have, oh, okay, to make just a regular flour cake, we have to have flour, sugar, milk, eggs, butter, and strawberries. And then it looks like it's the same thing to make the rice flour. We just have to have the rice flour. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ingredients to make eggs. But we'll start out by making bread. Bread's easy to make because all we need is the flour from the grain mill. So that's why we want the grain mill next. That's a good question, Monty. I don't know. We're going to have to figure it out. We're going to buy a dairy. Is there a dairy? Well, there's no dairy, so I don't really know how milk is made or butter. I know they have to do with cows. So, but our next one is going to be the grain mill. I'll have to find out where it's at too. I'm not even sure where it's at the moment. I know we've probably seen it, but I don't remember where it's at. But that's the next production line we want to buy is the grain mill and then the bakery. I normally buy the grain mill and the bakery first and then the oil mill. But we just switched the order on this one. It doesn't matter. But we have to have flour to make anything at the bakery. So we'll buy the grain mill first so we can start getting some flour. Yeah, it might be automatic. I don't know. At the moment, I don't even know how we're going to harvest the milk from the cows. I don't know how that works. I've never done it before. Now, let's see. If we're going to do greenhouses and we need water, we have to have something to haul water in, transport it. Yeah, I've downloaded several mods for cow sheds. Let me see here. We want to look at I'm not going to buy this yet, but we're going to have to buy one of these. It's only $10,000. But we're going to have a water trailer so we can transport water to our greenhouses. And then let me see. So thankfully that was only 10,000. Now, let me look here. Cultivation, generators, fact. There is a water distributor. that I have. Now that one right there is a water distributor, but we have to fill it. And it would distribute water to any production that needed water, greenhouses, everything, anywhere on the map. But there is another one that I am not sure where it's at exactly in the menus. Here, I gotta just look for it. It might be under generators. I don't know, but it shouldn't be. Sell points, no. Greenhouses, cultivation. Uh, oh, I bet it's under here, silos. No. Where is that thing? I already bought it on Calmlands. I don't remember where I bought it from. I thought it was in Silo Extensions, but see, I don't see it here either. Where did that thing go? I don't even see anything there. Those spaces look empty. But where is my, I know it's green. It's got like green tanks. Constructibles? Well, I probably will not do cows on this map. I can do cows on Calmlands. But we'll see. Now, we already have cows on our farm, so we may end up doing something with those so we can get some milk. We'll take a look at it and see. That's why I'm thinking maybe we should just stay on one map instead of trying to do both maps. Because I'm going to... Oh, here's the water thing right here. Look. A free water tank. So we'll have to get... That's under container. I got to try to remember that. So we buy one of these, and then we can use that water trailer and fill it up for free. We get free water. So for $10,500, we're set up for water. No big deal. All right. Okay, this guy's finished. Yeah, I wish they had not changed Calmlands, because to me it's not the Calmlands map anymore. It's something different. Now, let's see. Yeah, I didn't forget about it when you mentioned saving it there a few minutes ago, Monty. I remember. Now, see, we have cows, so we may end up trying to do something with these cows right here. But at the same time, to make cake, we might buy butter. We might just buy butter. It might be more practical for us to do that. I'm not sure. We'll just have to see. Now, let's see where we're at. See, all these fields are all going to be... Where's my... We got to sleep 2 days before we have anything else we can do on our own. Let's see. Well, now that might be true. See, I don't know that much about it. I'm trying to decide if I want to sleep. If we sleep for 1 day, we will have this field ready to harvest right here. So let's go do that. Now that we can. Let's go sleep for a day and let's come do something with this field right here. We might put some sunflowers up here just to do it. Because we normally start the stream by sleeping. We did not do that this time because we had to go finish what we had started in the last one. So now we can sleep because we have everything caught up. We'll sleep till 8:30. If we want to make cake, we might just have to buy milk and stuff. I'm not sure. We'll have to look into that. But it would be fun if we could get all the productions up and running. But it would take a lot of work. Let's go feed the dog. Now we'll double check our map. See, and now we've got this field ready to harvest. And then we sleep one more time and we're back into this one. So now we can go up here and harvest this field. I got to think about the... Well, that's why we have to rotate through and keep doing soybeans. Every fourth time we plant those fields, we're going to do soybeans. And that way we can maintain cash. See, the thing of it is, we got our loan paid off. So now the money that's in the bank, that's actually all our money. And all of our assets belong to us. Now we got to go up here behind the shopping center. I do not think we can get all this in one tank. I'm going to have, probably going to have to bring our tractor and trailer over here. It would be nice if I didn't have to do that. And now if we bought one of those other harvesters, we wouldn't have to. So that might be something we might actually trade that particular harvester. We could sell it and buy that other one. I wonder how much we could sell that one for. Yeah, I don't know. Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and... No, this is soybeans, so it's cash crop. So we will be making money, yes, off of this field. It's going too fast right there. Whew. Yeah, no, it's soybeans. Now, if we had that harvester right there, over there harvesting that other field, we wouldn't need our tractor and trailer. I was watching a video, I think it was yesterday, maybe day before yesterday, on this new game. It's called Roadcraft. Have y'all ever seen any like SnowRunner videos? I think it's like it's not necessarily like the next generation of SnowRunner, but it's a game that's a lot like SnowRunner. In fact, if you see the game, the first thing that comes to mind is SnowRunner, if you've ever played SnowRunner. Yeah, it's a new game. It just got released the other day, or not too long ago. I'm not sure when, but I do know it's a new game. I actually bookmarked it on Amazon. I always wanted to play, like, I have SnowRunner, and I've started it a couple of times, but every time I would start it, my grandson would want to play it, and he'd mess it all up. So, because he would never want to play it the way it was meant to be played. So I never was able to get very far in the missions and stuff. But I think that would be a fun game to play too. But unfortunately, it's a game that I have to actually do all of it. So it makes it hard. But it was fun. The part I played on SnowRunner was fun. Yeah, so if we had that other harvester over here, we wouldn't ever have to worry about emptying it. Alright guys, I gotta take a quick break. I'll let you ride around with this guy for a minute. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Now normally I would mute my microphone when I left, but because it was messing up at the beginning, I did not that time. I was afraid I might not be able to get it working again. Well, and I got back just in time too, didn't I? I wish there was an easier way to get from one instead of having to go like through a whole bunch of different vehicles to get from one to the next. It should just be the only ones involved should be the ones that you keep getting in. I think we can just leave that guy sit right there. Oh, it's so humid. Yeah, I used to want to get like Jurassic World Evolution 2 and Planet Coaster 2 and stuff like that, but one thing about those kind of games, when you're playing on console, you're limited to a slot count. And I did a Planet Coaster. I built a park, but I only was able to do like 3 episodes, and my slot count was gone. Now, let me look at the map again right quick. Yeah, so we do one more, we sleep again, then we can do these. Okay, I just was wanting to figure out, so we'll play on here next time too, because I have something to do. I was just about to ask you about that, about Arc 2. because I'm wanting to get Cities Skylines 2 when it comes out. It won't be out for a while yet, but oh, this guy's going to try to empty his grain into that trailer when it goes by, but I don't think it'll quite reach. It might, but I think it's going to be slightly too far away. It might be just in range. We'll see. I know it's going to stick its pipe out though. Oh, if that pipe would have been all the way out, it would have worked. All right. Yep. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go ahead and take this fertilizer spreader over there. Hey, Richard. How's it going? We are harvesting this field of soybeans right here, and it's right up about above the town center. We happen to own it, and we just got this field planted today. Our big field. We just got this field planted, and we have canola. All right, good, good. I'm glad. Yeah, we finished that big field, and it's still kind of early, so I decided we could do another one. Well, we still had one we could do. That was a good thing about it. Now we bought ourselves another tractor, Richard. Pretty much just like this one. A little bit different, but a Valtra. Same paint scheme. This is a tractor we just bought. And it's dedicated for pulling this silo around. And then we're going to get another one just like this one. We'll do a color scheme that works with that yellow trailer. Where is our yellow trailer? There it is. We'll do one. We'll do a Valtra that matches that trailer, and then it will be dedicated to just pulling that thing around. Let's see what we might need here. How much was this field down here? I can't remember. This one is 63,000. To have 3 greenhouses was 164,000. or what was it? 162. So that's $225,000 to buy that field and then put 3 greenhouses on it. So we'll see what we get off the soybeans on here, see how it works out financially. I don't think we're ready to do that yet, but it would be nice to know if, like, one field, for example, yeah, about 230, 235. Oh, you got some new mods today? Cool. I don't think I got anything new today. I looked at them, but I didn't get anything for what I'm doing. There wasn't anything I really needed for what I'm doing. Yeah, maybe the next time we harvest this field, but that's why we'll see what we get off this field first to see if this field would be big enough to pay for a venture like that. Okay, I do remember seeing that. Yeah, that's a newly added mod to the mod store, isn't it? I think it is. I think I saw that today, actually. I know I saw a Fent pack. I'm kind of wondering why I never bought a weight to put on the front of this tractor. That's interesting. I need to buy one. Yeah, that'll be cool. There we go. That'll keep the front wheels on the ground. I think I didn't buy that front weight because I have weight in the wheels, on the rear wheels, but I like having that weight on the front too. But yeah, it has weight on the wheels. I can see the weight there. Now I sure am hoping that the one triangular shaped field that we have is enough to supply the oil mill with sunflowers. Well, actually, I'm hoping the canola field is big enough to supply the oil mill with canola too. Hopefully both those fields will work on keeping that thing filled up for us. But we could always use a field like this too. And we could put canola in this field, or we could put sunflowers in this field. But I'm hoping we won't have to. Oh, that weight costs 20,000? Wow. What's it made out of? Gold? Now, I did not pay any attention to the price of that weight, that's for sure. Oh no, it was only $900, not 20,000. Yeah, you're right. That's a relief because I was hoping I didn't just spend $20,000 for a weight. Because I've been using that same weight ever since FS19, and I never realized I was paying $20,000 for it. Yeah, it certainly would have, Richard. That's what I was thinking. Have I been paying $20,000 for that thing all this time and not paying attention? Now in FS19 and in FS22, they have the same weight that I just bought, but they have it with lights on it. So I'm hoping that mod comes out because I think it's pretty cool. I like it. If you have to work at nighttime in your field, you got those lights on your weight. They were pretty cool, but it hasn't come out yet. The chrome looking ones, the silver ones. I saw those also. I did not I don't think I downloaded those. No, not yet, because I don't need them. But I did see those. I actually thought those were pretty cool. And that's the first time I've seen that style of trailers in one of the FS games. Yeah, I saw that one. And I like that style. I thought it was a real cool style of dump trailer. So I may at some point end up installing that mod also. I don't need that type of trailer right now. Hey, Rocket. I hope you've had a good day. Thank you very much. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to see how much money this made us. What did we get? 27,000 liters? All right, let's see what that field's going to get us on soybeans. 151,000. So yeah, it'll take two fields. All right, so at least we know what we need to do. Whoops. Let's see. And we can go ahead and take this back to the farm while this guy's doing the fertilizing. And he should be done by the time we get back. I still have not found the, well, that did not fill up as quick as I wanted it to. There we go. I have a fuel tank on the farm, but there's no fuel in it, and I don't have anything to transport fuel to go put it in there. So we still have to use the local gas station to fuel up. I actually thought this guy would be... Yeah, we made a little bit of money. 150 some thousand. What? So is this the only place this guy has left to do? I can't figure out. I need to go. I guess he's finished. It doesn't look like it, but when I look at the numbers, it looks like it. Alright, well, that's weird. That is weird. I was going to cultivate that field instead of plow it, but I decided since I'm tired and the plow is bigger than the cultivator, we would use the plow. I think I need a bigger weight on the front of this thing. I don't know what weight I have on there. I think I need a heavier weight. Because this thing seems to... I want to go back here for a second. Well, let's see. We'll go this way. I want to go see what size weight that is. I might need a bigger weight because it feels like it's still trying to pull the front end up off the ground. So I want to go down here just to see what the weight is. That's a 750. I think I want to sell this one and I want to buy a different one. So let's sell this. 320 bucks. Okay, no problem. And let's put 1,000 pound on it. And we can go with we'll go back to John Deere yellow. That'll be all right. See, I can't even hardly drive it right now because I got no weight on there. It's all over the place. And it was driving, but I could still tell that it was trying to lift the front end up. It really is right now. Alright, now hopefully that's going to feel better. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Nice. Yeah, that feels much better. It doesn't feel like it's loose, like it wants to keep spinning when I turn. That's when you can really tell when you try to turn and it doesn't want to turn good. That's because the front end is trying to lift up. This is better. Much better, actually. Yeah, that feels much better. Still a little bit loose, though, actually. I'm actually surprised that little weight on that thing is enough to keep the front end down. But I think the tractor itself is heavy enough that it's not having a problem. Now, in previous iterations of the game, I could get that planter right over there and go ahead and get it started over here already. Well, not the way this field is laid out, but I would have been able to work the field where I could have multiple operations going on at the same time, but you can't really do that now, the way the AI works, because you don't know what pattern they're going to take. So now all we can do is just ride along. It's taken a while to get to that point, almost 3 hours, but we've got there. It's kind of funny looking over there watching that wall draw. Oh. Well, I'm glad we just have one operation left to go after this one, because I'm getting pretty tired. And we have now been streaming for 3 hours, guys. It's 3 o'clock in the morning where I live. I keep moving that camera around so you guys know that I'm still here. Because it'd be easy for me to take a nap while this guy does what he does. All right, 2 trips around the field and then we can start planting. I was expecting this guy to go right on around that curve right there. I saw another spot up here that it missed too. All right, we can go ahead and get this one back to the farm. All right, that's all we have left to do now. I think at this stage in the game, I'm going to save it because I'm tired, and if something goes wrong, I don't want to have to do that again. Just in case.
I had to turn the volume down in my headset, or just listening to that tractor running right there would probably put me to sleep. Let's see, is she close to halfway done? Yeah, getting close. Probably not quite halfway yet, but yeah, and we got what, maybe 30 minutes to go? I'm guessing maybe another 30 minutes. Maybe not quite that long. But we still got two headland rows around this field too, so maybe another 30 minutes. Yes, I fed the dog when we slept to change the day. I did feed the dog, yes. And the chickens are okay too. I checked them. I had actually kind of forgotten that we owned this field up here. Well, he's getting a little bit closer. What do we got? About one, two, three more trips back and forth, and then we'll have 2 headland rows. 2 passes around the outside edge. We are almost finished. All right, one more trip around the field. Ooh. Almost got distracted there. Alright, let's save it. And that's going to do it for this one, guys. 3 hours and 57 minutes. And next time, let's see. Yeah, next time this will be ready. Oh, I should buy that one too. It's ready. Or it will be. What is that? Oh, it's got grass. Ugh. Alright. So that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. Monty, Richard, thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. For those who are watching but not in chat, I hope you enjoyed it. We got quite a bit done, actually. We got caught up. Alright, thanks, Richard. And I will catch everybody in the next one, hopefully Friday night. Until then, guys, God bless.